Oh no, where's my water? Shoot. Hey guys. Oops, get this. Y'all come on in. I'm not going to be long. I'm not going to be long. Okay, so welcome guys. This is Nikki with the Homeschool Life, and this is my tentative 2020-2021 homeschool curriculum. And I say tentative because what I'm using this semester, I might not be using next semester, but I just wanted to get this out to you. For those of you who are considering curriculum, you're already about to ditch your curriculum that you bought. I'm just going to jump in and show you what we're using. I'm mainly going to give you the spines. Some of them I might pull out the supplements, but just know that I'm going to make separate videos for each grade level where I go more in depth with the spines and the supplements and why I like them and how I'm going to use that. So those videos are going to be a little bit longer so I can really take my time to spell things out. So while we're talking, give me some questions and I'll try to answer them as I go. But just know I got some chicken Dijon on the way, and when that bell rings, I'm gonna be gone. So with math, my favorite subject, my oldest one, where's my note? Lord, my sister called me right before I went live because my nephew got into a college and we were celebrating and yahooing and everything. Okay, so for my 8th grader, he is doing Mr. D Math, Algebra 2, Mr. D Math. For those of you familiar with Mr. D, you know there is no textbook. Darn it. Okay, never mind. There is no textbook. So I love Mr. D, but I don't really like the handouts that the kids have to print out. So I got something else that is amazing, and I want to go get it, but I'm tethered to this phone. Anyway, that's going to be in another video. But it's Mr. D Math, and then one of the supplements is Life of Fred. Life of Fred has 2 versions of advanced algebra, expanded, and then the regular. I'll tell you more about that in another video. All right, so that's my 8th grader. My 3rd grader is doing Beast Academy, and he's actually taking Beast Academy's online class. First ever online class. It's twice a week. He likes it, and this has been Beast Academy has been in our household for a number of years as a supplement. This year, or maybe last year, I think last year we started using it as our spine and everything else as a supplement, like Singapore math and all that other kind of stuff. So that's math, right? My 4th grader is doing Beast Academy. Not my 4th grader. My 6th grader is doing Beast Academy 4. Now, don't sleep on Beast Academy. It is the most rigorous math curriculum out there on the market. And when you look at the scope and sequence of this, it goes from 4th to like 8th grade. So you cover a lot. It's very intense. Okay, we're doing Mr. D Math this year for the first time. We have one in geometry and one in algebra, and it's been great so far. You're going to love Mr. D. It's a lot of help. They give you a lot of help. The platform that they use for the classroom is really great. You can see at a moment what your kid needs to catch up on, what they're doing, their grades, everything. I'm going to have a review on Mr. D too. So Beast Academy 4 for my 6th grader. Okay, that's math. Writing. Okay, so writing. All right, y'all know I love my writing and rhetoric. Okay, so writing and rhetoric. I grabbed the wrong book. All right, well, it's writing and rhetoric. So for my 4th grader, he's in book 2, which is narrative 1. My 6th grader is in book 3, narrative 2, part 2. I also have my 9-year on Beast 2 and Loving Young. Yes, Beast is real. I mean, Beast is wonderful. And then my 8th grader is actually in 5, refutation and confirmation. Is it confirmation? Yeah, confirmation. But you see, I grabbed the teacher's edition and the wrong level. But it's writing and rhetoric. And then I have a lot of supplements to that, like I do the 6 traits of writing, which is amazing, and all that good stuff. So that's math, writing, reading. I ain't got nothing to show you for reading. Well, okay, let me show you. Okay, let me take that back. So readings I use for the older child, I use Stacy Lloyd, her novel unit studies from Teachers Pay Teachers. I'm going gonna do a video just on Stacey Lloyd's work. Her work is amazing. I'm using Stacey Lloyd for Midsummer Night's Dream. Oh, that's what I meant to bring for reading, and I didn't bring it up. Oh, I'm so unorganized. I'm sorry, y'all. So anyway, for reading, we're doing Shakespeare. This is our spine. Ken Ludwig's How to Teach Your Children Shakespeare. And I have the play study unit. It's a printable, and it's downstairs. But catch my next video, and I'll go more in depth with that. So for reading, we're doing the Shakespeare, and then we're doing novel unit studies. And let's see, writing and rhetoric, and that's enough because the Shakespeare, because we're all learning about it, and because we're doing memory work with this in addition to the readings, you know, it's more involved. So this excuse me, this is the unit is supposed to take, the Midsummer Night's Dream is supposed to take 5 to 6 weeks. We might be a little longer, so we'll just see as I kind of get a feel for it. So for reading, just know we do a lot of novel unit studies, but because I'm focusing on Shakespeare and I want to have enough bandwidth to focus my energy into Shakespeare, we're not going to start our novel unit studies until we're done with our first book of Shakespeare, and then we'll bring in the novel unit studies, and then after the first level, the first round of our novel unit studies, we'll bring back in Shakespeare. So we'll kind of go back and forth, back and forth. All right, so that's reading, right? Reading, math, right? Okay, science. She blinded me with science. All right, so exploring the building blocks of science by Real Science for Kids. This is, okay, so this is my plan. I'm trying to combine all my kids for social studies and for science. So my 8th grader is going to use this with my 6th grader and my 4th grader. Okay, so he's going to use that. But to supplement, I'm going to have him do, let's see. And this is the lab book. When I had my kids do this before, I didn't really have them. I wasn't really pushing the lab work. Now I really want them to focus on how to write lab notes. But what was I saying? The science, the other science thing. Hold on, guys. Oh, okay. So my older one. Ooh, hold on, y'all. Y'all all on my grill. So my older one, he's going to be doing that with them to do all the labs and experiments. And he took this class years ago. I think he was in 6th grade. This is through online G3, the story of science, but he really never used the book. So we're going to resurrect this, and by Joy Hakeem. Those of you familiar with Joy Hakeem know she has that series, The History of Us, which is amazing. So that's going to be science. Hold on, I have a lot of comments. Okay. My only concern about writing and rhetoric is the scope and sequence doesn't seem to get them writing essays right off. Yes, okay, I saw that. Hold on. It seems like you have to follow the entire program through to get everything. So this is what you do. And I know how, Aaron, hopefully you don't mind me saying your name. I know how we like to chop up curriculum and then kind of just make it work for us. So I saw that. So what I have to supplement structured writing is there are 2 women on Teachers Pay Teachers that have wonderful structured writing processes, and I'm definitely going to spend a whole video on that because I think their work is really phenomenal. Also, I have, oh my god, that's my background. I have just numerous things, but a lot of things that really work, but just keeping it simple. You can start that anytime, but I would probably say for that structure writing, you know, you're doing all the comparative essays and, you know, you're getting, you know, you're writing your thesis, you're getting more involved. For me, with a writing background, I used to grade essays for Columbia University. I was a writing judge for 3M, and I've seen good, bad, all that kind of stuff. And I don't really stress writing. I'm like, have fun with it. Just get the process going, the thinking, all of that. And then we come in with the structure and all the mechanical stuffs later. It doesn't really take that long to teach that. But once they have the abstract part, the intangibles intact, the mechanical stuff, that concrete stuff, it just falls into place. So don't worry about that, but I will have a video on that because that's near and dear to my heart. All right, what else have we got? Okay, have you tried IEW? Lord have mercy, did I try? So IEW is the Institute for Excellence in Writing with Andrew Padua. I don't know how you say his last name, or Padua. And I had all the CDs. I spent hours watching the CDs, trying to figure out how to put the curriculum together. And the first week, my child was crying whenever I put the CD in. And it was too structured for my child. But I liked it because I liked the outlining process. So I was like, you know what, that's good for when you're stuck, or if you just want to just get into it and, you know, dissect it. You know, writing, but oh, I couldn't get on. I think I have the student intensive disc or something, but I think I gave part of it away. But it does work for a lot of people though. But for my kid, it really just didn't work. But I know a lot of people love it, which is why I bought it. So it could have just been error on my part. Well, no, because my son didn't really like it. Okay. It makes it hard for me to figure out how to jump in. Yeah, so with IEW, maybe they kind of revamped it. It's number one, when you're looking for a curriculum, the main thing you need to look out for, one of the main things, you know, making sure it aligns with your approach to teaching. You got to know if it's teacher intensive, because that makes a lot of difference, whether that stays on your bookshelf or it's in your hot little hands to teach your kids. IEW is teacher intensive, and when your child is not happy with it, you got maybe the 45 minutes prep time yourself and then 45 minutes of battle time with your kids. So I was like, I got enough battles with laundry and getting them to clean their rooms. I don't need another battle. All right, is this your first year doing Mr. D math? I'm considering it starting 7th grade for my older one. He's in 6th grade and using Beast Academy too. Okay, so my son started Beast Academy, I want to say 7th grade. He started with, no, the summer before 7th grade, he started with pre-algebra. And no, that was with art of problem solving. What's after? Oh, he started with algebra. And then he did, no, he did do pre-algebra. He did it in 6th grade. That's right, because he did pre-algebra in 5th grade with the art of problem solving. FYI, if I don't know if they changed it, but AOPS, their classes are chat based. It was awful. There were all these older kids, all this kind of talk, and you had to type in your answers, your questions. It was a mess. So I felt we lost a year of math during the art of problem solving. So I had him repeat it in 6th grade with Mr. D. So we did pre-algebra readiness the summer before, pre-algebra, algebra, geometry, and algebra 2. He did geometry this summer, and he's in algebra 2 now. I love Mr. D. He's funny. I met Mr. D at a homeschool convention last year. His approach to math is like real world, and that's what, at least for me, that's what you want for your kids. You want to know, how does this apply in real life? He's very funny, very personable. We've had Mr. H and Mr. D. Mr. H is wonderful as well. So your kids will be in good hands. What I like about, I'm not getting into a review now, but what I like about Mr. D is that your child has a lot of chances to figure things out and get it going. So that could be a detriment to some people, you know, because they might procrastinate like my son did this summer, but that's a whole nother story. So enjoy Mr. D and let me know what you think about that class. All right, what was I talking about? Science. Okay, so that was science. Reading, writing, math, science. Fallacies. Okay, so this is for my older child. Oh, science. So I have Science Detective from the Critical Thinking Company, and that's just to take their science level up a notch, because the building blocks, you know, it's pretty solid, but this just takes the learning up a notch. What'd I say? Fallacies. So my oldest one will be doing logic. Excuse me, again, we started with logical fallacies, the one with the little dog in the suit. Now we're moving on to the big guns. This is the art of argument, an introduction into informal fallacies. This I'm getting the feel is going to be teacher intensive. So when I looked at this, I'm like, just in case, let me pull out some other stuff. So I got these wonderful books. They're fun, man. That's why I haven't been filming a lot of videos. I've been stuck in here. Look at this. I've been stuck in here. I don't know if I want to show you all this mess down here. I've been stuck in here just reading, doing, I got everything, just reading. So when you go through these, they have cartoons and real life examples of what's going on in the world. They're funny. Oh my God. They're really enjoyable. The explanations are really funny. I think some comedian wrote them. Like this one is my favorite. This one, and it's got, you know how I am about color. I like color. So it helps to see and to compartmentalize all the information that you're doing. So I love this. And then you have, I actually have 2 more of these books downstairs. But so these are great. So one we'll just read together lightheartedly. The other, I'm going to be putting the scenarios on the whiteboard, and we'll just have discussions about it. And none of these really have workbooks except for the art of argument. So I'm okay with that. All right, let's see. I just printed out some lab report templates and rubrics yesterday. Oh, that sounds like you had a really productive day with all that science stuff. My daughter loves IEW. Thank you for taking time to review. Yeah, so I'm not trying to poop on IEW because so many parents love it, and it was a saving grace for their child, especially for the child who wants to know what comes next. Creative kids is, I found it wasn't a good fit, and for kids who are very logical, very structured thinking, you know, if you will, it was a great fit for them. But honestly, I think if they revamped the approach to it and made it more teacher friendly and they updated the videos, I think it could be a wonderful program to reach people like me who, you know, and for students who see this, you know, guy just talking at the board. But the program itself, I think is wonderful. That's why I got it. So yeah, you rock on with your daughter and IEW. Okay, we've been working through the art of argument for 2 years now. It's really good. We didn't have time to do it in one semester. I know a lot of families in the classical homeschool approach, they'll spend about 2 hours on the, not 2 hours, 2 years, doing the art of argument, because it is pretty intensive. And then you have all the CDs and things like that. So I'm taking a more practical approach because to me, out of all the things my children are learning, to me right now, that's the most important. I mean, they already have the basics in math, reading, and writing. I need them to be able to see arguments, to see ads, political campaigns, some girl coming up to him about, you know, something. I need him to be able to think logically through what is being told to him and what's not being told to him, things like that. So yeah, we'll be spending a long time on that. A long time. Okay, what else? I just found the Mastering Logical Fallacies on Kindle Unlimited for free. Okay, breaking news. I just found the Mastering Logical Fallacies on Kindle Unlimited for free with my membership. Okay, so guys, if you want to get Mastering Logical Fallacies, you gotta have Kindle for free. Go there now. Check that out. All right, history. Now, history is going to be a little different. Now, I've used BookShark in the past, and I love BookShark. Now, here's the thing. BookShark gives you 50 million books to read. I already got a lot of stuff to read with my kids. So with BookShark, I had to like leave some of the books out because it was cutting into our novel unit studies. Now, because we're doing a lot of reading with Shakespeare, our regular novel unit studies, and now with our history, BookShark is going to be put on the back burner until next semester. This year, I've put together my own curriculum. We're all doing ancient civilizations with a focus on the warrior mindset. So each period, oh Lord, my voice is dry. Each period, y'all like my cut my niece made for me? This was my Christmas cut. Anyway, each period, we're going to focus on a warrior or leader that exemplifies. Oh my gosh, I did not bring the other book. Okay, so anyway, so I have two spines. The main spine is the 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene, and it's sitting on my bed right outside this door. I can't believe I didn't bring it in. So it's the 48 Laws of Power, along with Sun Tzu's The Art of War. And y'all, I brought so many books up here. Well, it's The Prince by Machiavelli, and it's such a small book. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Okay, and this. So I really have three spines. but these books will help cement the warrior mindset. Okay, and obviously Sun Tzu talks about war strategies, but when you dig deeper, and this is why I love this edition, I have about 4 different versions of this, but this one I just bought, like, I think earlier in this year. But this one, I love the annotations to it, because, or just they give you like some little scenarios, and you can apply it to everyday life. Like, I was like, wow, this sounds like something that could happen at school in the bathroom, or out on the playground, or on the basketball court. I'm trying to find you, we're only going to cover 3 chapters in here, and those chapters are the variables, weaknesses and strengths, and what was the other one? Because I found those to be the most compelling. So we're doing weaknesses and strengths, maneuvers, and the 9 variables, and that's going to be power packed. This is something we're going to be doing all throughout his academic career. We're just going to focus on 3 of these this semester. And then for Machiavelli, guys, why didn't y'all tell me this? I knew about him and everything, but people, like, you know, from Tupac, and just, you know, he was ruthless and everything. He was brilliant. I mean, he talks, this is, and I know a lot of people, like captains of industry, talk about how they use this as a blueprint for how they acquired their wealth. This is so spot on. This is stuff you can do just with your kids today. I mean, you can apply this in your house today. Like, when you acquire things, how did you acquire them? On your own, through the aid of others, through a good fortune, or through some kind of crime or something nefarious? And based on those scenarios, this is how you gauge the people that are going to be around you, and this is how you respond to them. I'm like, my God, this is brilliant. So we're going to be using this a lot. And then look how thin it is. I'm like, yeah, baby, we gonna rock with that. So African civilization. All right. So I cannot throw this away. I got issues with Story of the World, but it has its merit. This is the activity guide. Now, one of my biggest issues is that they think that everything revolved around the Greeks and the Romans, and there's a whole other civilizations going on all around the world, and they get short shrift in this. But they do have some activities in here that I do like, so we'll be using some of that. But I like this one, and I had this for years. I never cracked it open, but once or twice. So we'll be using this with all of our ancients, just so they have something that's hands-on and independent, right? Because you always want them to have something independent. But my spine would be Anthony Browder's Nile Valley Civilization. There's actually a workbook for this. I'm looking for it now. But so we're starting with ancient Egypt, and then we'll go on to ancient China, Indus Valley, Mesopotamia. And one thing that I got years ago, you know, DK with eyewitness books, you know, some things you have to kind of watch out for, you know, and if you don't have a source, a mentor, an elder, or someone to say that's knowledgeable about that topic, you know, you might be getting some misinformation. But at least the pictures is something to start with. You have Aztec, Inca, Mayans, and for those of you who follow the Mayans, you know that December 21st is the end of the world, y'all, not 2012. Mesopotamia and ancient China. So these are great picture books. They're great conversation starters. And to be honest, y'all, if you wanted to be a minimalist homeschooler, you can take one of these. You can teach writing, science, your reading. You can do so much just with this. You mix in some multimedia aspects of it, like YouTube. Don't sleep on YouTube. Things on the History Channel or National Geographic or whatever. You could really do a lot just with something simple like this. Okay. And I'm going back to simple. I still got Marva Collins spirit in my heart. Oh, then I have Egyptian. Okay, so I am going to do another video. I'll probably do it tomorrow. Just on my ancient Egyptian stuff alone, I have about 50, 60 books. I'm not kidding. I'm going to do a review in my homeschool room tomorrow because all of the resources are down there. And I'm tired. I'm hungry. I haven't heard the doorbell ring. I don't know where my chicken salad is. So I'm just going to keep plugging away until I hear the doorbell. So ancient mythology, colorful, National Geographic. I bought this because I saw her waist to hip ratio. I'm like, oh, that's a sister right there. Look at the little skinny waist and look at them hips, them birthing hips. So I'm like, oh, gotta get that one. So, and then I got this one, which, you know, you don't think it has color inside. It's like a real flat matte book, but then you pop it open, got bam. So I love this. So if you really want to get more out of the gods, you just want to focus on that, get straight to the point, this is a good one. And then some of these are, I'll just grab some. I'll just go through these really quickly. These are more picture books of actual artifacts in museums. I'm not going to open it. I'm just going to get through this really quickly. This one, I was a little, but it's okay. It got some good information. Some of the images, I had a color with a people pencil color because the people did not look like the people that was supposed to be there. And then more ancient Egypt stuff. These are, come on. So I'm all about pictures. Picture books are good, although this is not like a real picture book. But you just want to bombard your kids with images. And then this, the Holy Grail, the Egyptian Book of the Dead, or the Coming Forth by Day and by Night. That's really the real name of the book. And this one, I mainly got this one. Well, I got this for a number of reasons, but for the Judgment Day scene, because we spend a lot of time talking about Anubis, Tahuti, Ma'at, Osiris, all of that whole scene. All right, so that's history in a nutshell. Grammar. Oh, did I show you this? So this is really a supplement. The 6 Traits of Writing. I'm going to do a review on this, but it's evermore. Grammar. So, okay, y'all help me out on this one. I be all, and I'm talking about grammar. I be all over the place with grammar. I'm so wishy-washy. Now, I tried this and I put it away because I'm like, it just seems to be so redundant. I'm going to bring it back because a couple of you guys who I respect, and I know your get down with how you educate your kids, are like, no, give it another chance. So I'm going to give it another chance. But in the event that the chance is not successful, I'm going back to my fallbacks. And that's Michael Clay Thompson's Grammar Town. We did Grammar Island. I did like it, actually. I don't know why I just grabbed Well Order. You know, sometimes you just grab stuff just to be grabbing stuff because someone else said it was good. And you're like, oh, we'll try this and come back to that. So Grammar Town, Paragraph Town, and, 2 Grammar Towns. One's an older edition. These have been around forever. The reason why I think I'll probably go back to Michael Clay Thompson, as a matter of fact, I'll really start with that, is because I like my subjects to have story form. I like literature-based subjects. So you'll see with math, I have the Life of Fred, Beast Academy. They're story-based forms. The writing and rhetoric, it has a lot of stories in it. The grammar, the Michael Clay Thompson. So a lot of things are story-based form. And then for vocabulary, Caesar's English, I grabbed book 2, but there are 2 volumes to that. This is actually pretty good. My oldest one did this, and I have no issues with it. It is sturdy and solid. Spanish. Oh, here it is. I thought I brought this. So the 48 Laws of Power, Robert Greene. If you were to ask me what was my most favorite book in the whole world, if there was only one book I could have, it would be this one. It would be this one. So anyway, so this is the spine for, it's not really the spine for the history, but it's the spine for the warrior mindset. So I had the 48 Laws of Power, The Prince, Machiavelli, and The Art of War, Sun Tzu, to really get into that warrior mindset. And then Spanish, I think that's the last one. Oh, for reading? Oh Lord, my hair is a mess too. Oh, if anything you get from the Critical Thinking Company is going to be fine. So I have this for reading, I have it for science, I got it for math, I got it for logic, I got it for everything. So if you have the chance to get something, get the detective series. It's really good. Spanish. Now look, I grew up in Texas and I live in California and I can't freaking get Spanish. Now I have 5 different curricula on my shelf and I hate them all. Now the wonderful Erica from My Busy Bees and Me, and I like her how she gets down with her homeschool, because she's on point with her stuff. She recommended this. So I promptly went out and bought this. I haven't broke it out yet. I'm going to. But why is it so hard to find a curriculum that doesn't jump 20 paces from chapter 1 to chapter 2? This was a bust. No, I'm sorry. This so far I think might be our thing. It's looking good. This is awful. It looked good. It went, I couldn't, the 3rd page, it was so advanced. I'm like, this is not lively lessons for beginners. So if you're in the market for some Spanish stuff, I would rethink this unless you have a Spanish background. I even went and got this. And this, the spirit was good, but like, it didn't have the translations. It would just have English words, but not the Spanish words, or the Spanish words and no oh, it was awful. So I'm dubious with this one. So if you guys know of something solid in Spanish, please get at me, because I'm thinking this might work, but it says specifically it's conversational with like people. So I don't know. So far it's not bad. You know, one son is, he's okay with it, but I don't know going forward. So y'all know something, please let me know. All right. I haven't resold my story of the world yet, but my kids found it boring and inaccurate. Yes, I found that they were kind of blending myths into history and stuff like that. So, and if you don't know that, you're just going to take everything as is. We just let it go. Okay. Yeah, DK books are great. I didn't know The Art of War has so many sections. Oh my gosh, yes. I just had this misconceived notion of just this, thou do this, whatever, because you think ancient Chinese and all this kind of stuff. And it's a really kind of fun book when you start kind of getting into the mindset of what they were thinking and how they covered everything. It's so logical. They're very logical. They're very pragmatic. I'm like, I like that clear line of thinking. I really loved it. So if you were to get any of those Art of Sun Tzu books, I would get that red book. The red book has lots of little scenarios below. I mean, some of the other ones do, but this one has, they just give you like a little example of how that looks. Whatever Sun Tzu is saying, it kind of gives you an example of what that looks like when someone's talking. So I like that. So you can kind of connect it to your life. I think that's it, guys. Am I leaving anything out? Reading, writing, maths. We're not doing geography. My kids are good on geography. Spelling. Oh my goodness. All about spelling. It's in my kids' work boxes. That's why I don't have it. So all about spelling, levels 2. Now, going back to my Marva Collins inspiration, I'm putting my 8th grader in book 2 with my with all my other kids. Everyone's gonna jump in and we're just gonna write it out. I think All About Spelling goes up to like level 8, 9, or 10, something like that. So I don't know. But if y'all have any questions, excuse me, if there's anything else you want to see down here, I have a really big mess. I think that's it. So this week, each day, I'm going to do, there are 3 levels in this series. Which series are you talking about, E? Each day, I'm going to focus on each grade level, and then I'll go more in depth, and I'll show you the stuff inside. And then once this doggone bathroom is done, this remodeling, I was very annoyed. I did not feel like going live because we have dust everywhere. It was very loud. I really couldn't get anything done today. Just 2 subjects. You know, they were asking all kinds of questions. There are 3 different people in: the plumber, the carpentry guy who does the vanities, the woodworking guy, and then the ones who were doing the tile work and stuff like that. So it was just a crazy mess. And then I found out my little dog had fleas, and he's on his flea stuff, and I was like, what's this stuff? So I did not really want to go live. So I'm sorry if I'm all over the place. So tomorrow I will have something a little bit more cohesive and succinct and detailed for you, and that way you can ask me questions. So tonight, maybe look through some of the things that I talked about online, and then tomorrow you can ask me questions if you have any questions. And then in probably a few more weeks, I'll talk about how it's going and how I'm using the curriculum, okay? So there are no more questions. I didn't hear that doorbell ring, so I assume my dinner is not here. Hold on, let's see. I'm new to homeschooling and I love your channel. Oh, thank you, my love. Thank you. I'm putting in my Amazon cart right now. Which one are you getting, Jamila? Which book are you getting? Okay, I'll send it to you on Instagram. Oh, okay. Someone's sending me something about Spanish. Yes, please do, because I really don't have a good source for Spanish. I really don't. Oh, here's something. Okay, this has nothing to do with anything. This is really like a supplement. But the Manja Guide series, guys, like for science, we're starting with biology. They have, it's a graphic novel, and it's for like older kids. And this is, oh my gosh, this is so fun. It's, excuse me, it's hilarious. When I was on Amazon, I've had this book for like 2 or 3 years. When I was on Amazon, pre-med students, college students, high school students were like, no, like pre-med students were like, oh my God, this helped me with my exam. And, you know, so many people saying how much when they were cramming that this helped them. And they don't, okay, so for one of my friends, her name starts with an E, she had posted something about her kids, and she used the word, I can't even remember the word now, like ingumentary, is your skin, your organs, I mean like the skin, the hair and nails system. I didn't know that system existed. Well, not in this book. They talk about it, and I'm like, oh my God, because it's like real science, like stuff you would encounter in a college textbook. But look at that. Look at that. And it's funny. So you got this chick. I shouldn't call her a chick, but yeah, it's like animation. So sometimes it's kind of corny, funny, but I'm telling you how they use the vocabulary and the situation, and when they're in the actual situation, using all the terms and whatever, you get the story stuck in your head. And so it sticks to you. That's why these kids were leaving these Amazon comments saying it helped them ace their tests in college, because they can remember stories last minute. And so I think that's great. So, and the series has, they got a lot of math. I need to get on the train and get the math part. They have biochemistry, molecular biology. That's all they have. I think they have more because this book is old. I'm sure they have more. So anyway, so there you go. And then I have this for biology and this for chemistry, because we are rebuilding our science lab. So there you go. I don't know why I pulled that out. That's not, has nothing to do with curriculum. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Maybe Oh, you know what? The delivery people, a lot of times they don't ring the doorbell, right? It's contactless delivery. So they just set the stuff down and leave, and maybe they text you. So maybe my food is waiting downstairs. So I'm gonna get out of here and clean up this mess that I made for y'all. So, but if you have any questions, leave them down below. And just know that all throughout this week, I will be doing a curriculum, what we're using. How do I say this? All this week, I'll be showing you what we're using for our 2020 curriculum for 8th grade, 6th grade, and 4th grade. But don't let those grades fool you, because you can scale up, scale down, make it work. So I love you guys. This is Nikki with the Homeschool Life. Hit that like button. Help me get these videos pushed out to other homeschoolers and all that jazz. All right, wait, let me see. I see a couple more comments before I get out of here. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm trying to pronounce this system. The integumentary system. Integumentary system. Is that right? All right. Well, best believe by the end of the semester, I'm going to be able to say that flawlessly. Okay, you need to get a chemistry one. You need to get a chemistry one for the Manja one, or for the DIY science book. I'm not sure which one. I got these off of eBay. They were pretty cheap. The Art of War, The Prince, and probably the Power book. Okay, Jamila. Okay, I'm not sure. I must have missed something above. Oh, okay, in your cart. Okay, yes. But you know what? Before you do Amazon, Amazon helps me out because it's affiliate links. Cost you nothing. I might get a little couple coins. Always go to eBay, guys. You can almost always get a deal most times before you go to Amazon. So save some money if you can. Go to eBay first, and then if not, then go ahead and do Amazon. Okay, what grade level are those books geared towards? Which books? Yes, I need to make Google pronounce the word for me. Okay, so Dee Dee, you asked what grade level are these books geared towards? Are you talking about the Manja books? That's a good question, because when I was reading the reviews, a lot of college students were saying that it helped them. But then when I looked through it, it's nothing intimidating. For those of you who have the graphic library, the science graphic library with Max Axiom, the bald brother who's the scientist, it's like this. It is nothing hard or complicated, actually. It's just learning the vocabulary, and then they use it in different situations. So if you're talking about this one, I would say probably middle school. But if you have a science kid, you better give this book to your kid right now. Like, look at this. The respiratory system. What's the relationship between the heart and the lungs? And it's got clouds. What's intimidating about that? You got clouds. Okay? So don't be afraid. As Marva Collins would say, she was putting Chaucer and Henry David Thoreau and Shakespeare in front of these children who had learning disabilities, who were grade levels behind, and they prospered. Just don't even tell them. Just give it to them. Half the time it's that Jedi mind trick, right? You don't tell them what's going on. You just here. It's not a big deal. Yeah, so the only thing that would be intimidating is the vocabulary, but because they give you like little situations, little episodes like on TV, then you're not scared by it. That's why I like Beast Academy. It's highly rigorous, but when you read the stories and you see all those silly characters, it immediately puts you at ease, and you're not, well, it does kind of kick your butt, but you're not intimidated in the beginning, because you got these silly looking characters with these silly names, and the teacher is crazy and looking crazy, talking crazy, and you feel like, oh, this is where I belong. This is not some stuffy, highbrow, kind of subject. This is something that I can do. And for math especially, I wanted to make sure my kids didn't feel any kind of intimidation. And so I hope that was the book you were talking about. Okay, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm really hungry and my voice is dry, but if you leave comments below, I'll answer them tonight, and definitely tomorrow. Okay, would a 4th grader be able to do those? Which one, Sarah? The grammar, the math. Which one are you thinking of for your fourth grader? Hold on, guys. Let me back up. Wait, you know what? I'm going to take this off because I can't really move. So if the sound is bad, just put a 1 in the comments. All right. Hopefully you can still hear me well. All right. So you're asking for your fourth grader. All right. So are we talking math, reading, writing, science? All right. Dee Dee says I have a first and a second grader. Okay, Dee Dee, what were you asking? Oh, the science books. Which science book did I show you? Oh. Okay, so for this. Okay. Now, for this, I had excuse me. I had the Focus On series, which is a little like a step below the building blocks. But the Focus series focuses on one subject at a time. So it would be focus on chemistry, focus on biology, focus on physics. This one, the building blocks includes all 4, or might 5, maybe 5, because I think they have astronomy. All 5 of your science topics, biology, chemistry, physics, and I think astronomy, all in one book. And it really is, I think, grade level appropriate. So book 4 would be good for grade 4, book 1 for first grade, so on and so forth. And the reason why I like this book is because you can scale this up for older kids. Like if you want to combine your learning with your kids, the easiest subjects to, gather all your kids of different ages together is science and social studies. And with this, for me, I'm kind of getting a book in between. So something that's between my 4th grader and my 8th grader, but I can always scale up for the 8th grader. And for the 4th grader, it's not too intimidating that they can't, grasp it. But I do have this in 4 and 3 in case we need to go back down. But for 1st and 2nd grade, I would definitely get the 1st grade book. If you want to have both of them together, start with the 1st grade. You're not going to miss out. Well, it depends. If your 1st grader is a little advanced and your 2nd grader is slow, or vice versa, go with like if your 2nd grader might need a little bit more help, then I would go down to 1st grade. Okay. If your 2nd grader is, and your 1st grader is in 1st grade, I would just go. I would always go down and then work my way up, because you can always kind of speed through it, or you can always pull resources to extend the learning for the child that needs a bit more of a challenge. So definitely. And actually, I got this 2 years ago, Erica, for my Busy Bees and Me. Thank you, girl, because you always put out such great recommendations for curriculum. I had the Focus series, and I was, it's okay. But this, I think this is really good. So for your 1st grader, you're going to have fun. You're going to have fun with your 2 kids. See what else. Let's see, science and math. Okay. Oh, so science and math. So for math, Beast Academy. Beast Academy, work a grade below. Get the series at least 1 grade level below their current grade. So my son is in 4th grade. I got him the 3rd grade one. My 6th grader, I got him the 4th, the 4th. Because I know how Beast Academy gets down. Look. Oh, this is the guidebook. This can ramp up. When my son had a math tutor, and I would have them do work with this, and she was a middle school teacher, she was like, oh my God, I taught this 2 years ago. So it does ramp up. You don't have to do those problems, but they are in there. So don't sleep on Beast. I have no ego. I say start at the beginning, and we can always accelerate through the easy parts, build up your confidence, and then once the little road bumps start coming in, then we can slow it down. But in the beginning, yeah, get the lower grade. And if they have issues with seeing a number that's below, put some masking tape or a sticker or something like that. For science, science you can do grade level. Book 1, grade 1, book 2, grade 2, so on and so forth, and all that. All right, what else? I think I have some crackers around here. I'm in my little mama cave. I usually keep snacks in here. Unless my kids try to rob me, coming in here looking for something or asking a question and I'm distracted. And then next thing you know, my crackers are gone. Let's see. God bless you. Thanks for this. It's so helpful. Oh, thank you, Dion. How do I get to the Stacy Lloyd page? Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm live, so I can't type anything in because I'm not live on my laptop. Believe me, I would not let you guys down. I'm doing a review on Stacy Lloyd. And let me tell you, and I'm going to have a link and everything, and I'm going to show you all her work. And my only wish is, I wish all the books that we were reading, she would have her study guides, because her work is beautiful. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. So I think I'm going to do my 7th grader tomorrow, to focus on 7th grade, and I'll be bringing out the Stacy Lloyd stuff. So make sure you're subscribed so you can catch that. But I'm definitely going to have a separate video just on Stacy Lloyd. I'm going to try to contact her. Yeah, she's really good, guys. I don't get that excited about teachers. This one, Marva, and then this one here, she puts together some phenomenal, and she doesn't just do novel unit studies. She does a lot of writing stuff. She does a lot. So don't worry, I'm gonna get y'all Stacy Lloyd. I'm gonna put y'all on Stacy Lloyd. She didn't give me a little cut too. Okay, hey sis, I didn't know you were. How you doing? That is my sister from another mister. We're twins with all of our curriculum choices. Yeah, catch the replay, babe. But I'm gonna be going live all this week. I don't know what time because I'm unorganized, but I will be going live. Mocha mommy, oh my God, how are you doing? Yeah, I'm trying to stay safe out here. We have a lot of fires going on. And y'all, we have some fires. They're like 90 miles long, like in a few hours. It went from, okay, I'm from Houston. So imagine going from Houston to San Antonio in like 3 hours driving. That's the fire. So you're driving on the 110 and the fire is just keeping up with you, like, hey, what's up? And it's just destroying all the grass and the trees, and you're just driving your car and the fire's keeping up with you. That's crazy. The skies have been red. There's still ash. We can't go out. That's why I've been crazy. We have all the construction in the house. We can't go outside because the air quality is horrific. So but woosah. We're gonna get through this. Okay, I'm about to get out of here, guys. All right, Mama on the budget. Your family is in California, and Oregon's getting it bad. I heard all of those evacuations that they had to do on a dime. You guys have a lot of fires, and I'm thinking that's the Pacific Northwest, Washington and Oregon. Where y'all rain at? Y'all supposed to be raining all the time. Y'all need some rain. All right, anyone else in Cali? Hey, Mama. Hey, Mama. Mama on the budget. Let's see. Thank you so much. I think I'm caught up on the comments. Yeah, I think I'm caught up on the comments. My fan is blowing on me. I got my Beyonce fan because it was hot. And we couldn't have the air on in the house because all the guys had the windows open with all the stuff. So flies were coming in, probably ash. And it was hot. That's why I had this on. Oh, Lord, I need a bath. All right, so I think I'm caught up on all the comments. California just can't stop it with the natural disasters. Yeah, I know. Mudslides, earthquakes, homelessness, high housing prices. Those are natural disasters too. Well, I mean, those are man-made disasters. Just the cost of living out here. My brother is ready. My dad, grandma, and they're all ready if they need to evacuate. Okay, good. You know what? I'm a low-key prepper. So I feel okay to tell y'all this because y'all don't know where I live, so y'all can't come jack me for my stuff. But I keep bug out bags in my car. I keep food. I keep medication. I keep a baseball bat, pepper spray, everything you need, shoes, panties, drawers, hats. I do everything. So we have to leave. All I need to do is grab my hard drive that has all of my pictures. I'm gonna lose all the physical pictures, but at least I got a whole bunch of pictures on the hard drive. I'm grabbing the hard drive, my babies. Let me flip that. I'm grabbing my babies and the hard drive, and we're out. Everything's in the car that we need. I got a whole bunch of bills, dollar bills, in a old one of those, you know, those old they have these hair brushes where you pull the handle out and you can put your money in. Well, I have one of those, and I rubbed it in my hair, and I, you know, put a whole bunch of, like, you know, make it look nasty so no one would, like, kind of take it. They would think it was like a real hairbrush. So no, all that stuff. I have a little emergency hammer for windows, breaking windows, all kinds of stuff. You cannot be over prepared. I'm the daughter of a Marine. My dad did 2 tours in Vietnam. He was in the Marines, I think 22, 23 years. We don't play. All right, so I'm gonna get out of here. Your husband is I keep saying I'm gonna get out of here. He made it out of California, but we have a family there. So just kind of keep an eye on your family and really find out if they're prepared. Mainly, it's like making sure you have this is what happens. People don't have gas. People drive on fumes or at a quarter level. My mom always taught her daughters, as soon as you get to half, fill it up, okay? So you never have to worry about going somewhere and it's at night, or you're somewhere you don't need to be and you need to get gas. So just some of the basic things that they can just do is making sure their gas tank is full, having water in their car, even if they just go to the dollar store and just grab, like, you know, a half gallon for each family member, and some old clothes, just a couple old clothes and a blanket. Because if you have to sleep in your car, you know, be in your car for a while, or if you're driving, if you have a place to go and you're driving for a couple of hours, like many hours, you know, you just want to be as comfortable as possible. So I have games. I have old games. I have a little Ziploc bag. I have some books, so things to kind of keep the kids occupied, because ain't gonna be no electricity or video games and stuff like that. So, you know, we going back to Little House on the Prairie. You know, everything is, no, nothing is electrical. Okay, so just, you know, let them know, just kind of get in that ear, because a lot of times we're just really complacent. We don't think it's really going to happen to us. All right, so I think that's all the comments. That's right, stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. Yeah, so yeah, low-key prep. Yeah, you would be a fool after what happened since November and COVID to not be prepared. At least have something in your car. Worst case scenario, have food and water and something for if someone get hurt, you know, and something for comfort. Okay, that's the main thing. I could do a video on that. I might have to start a new channel. I'm finding that, I think, being in this dense city, I've been really wanting to go and buy acres in Houston, like some farmland, and just homestead. I've been feeling that in my heart. You know, I'm a gardener. My backyard is so small. I think I have 12 or 13 fruit trees, you know, 4 grapevines, and a plethora of fruits and vegetables. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I need land. So I'm really trying, you know, I've been thinking about it, trying to see how I can make that happen. But yeah, I would definitely move back to Texas, even with this heat and mosquitoes and stuff like that. My family's there, but that's probably in the cards for us. So so if any of you homesteaders, I know Homeschool On, she just got like 18 acres, I think, in Canada. There's a number of homeschoolers. Jamila from Large Family Table, they homestead. It's a lot of homeschoolers that homestead. And I've been canning. So I guess I'm ready. All I need to do is get some chickens in a chicken coop. All right, seriously, I'm out of here. Do a video on it. On homesteading, I'm in the middle of the city. No one's gonna take me seriously. I've been canning. Oh, you mean for canning? Now, I'm just a newbie at canning. Lead Farmer 73 is a brother in South Carolina that got me canning, and he got started by Homestead Heart from, I think she's in North Carolina. She's like a master canner, and these are older people, and I'm finding we got to get this knowledge, these lost tools, these lost arts from our elders before they just be gone. And I'm like, wow, I really feel like, I wish my grandmothers had, pass things down to me, you know, herbal remedies and devices that they use to help, you know, get them through life, things like that. But so we become those grandparents. We become the ones that give our canners and our knowledge and our seeds to, you know, our children and their grandchildren. So we have to become, you know, that which we wish we had. So anyway, I'm out of here, guys. I love all of you. Oh wait, hold on. I love Homestead Heart. Mama on a Budget. You watch Homestead Heart? Okay, see, you my new best friend. I love home. Did you see her video about the bees? So if you know about Homestead Heart, then you know about Lead Farmer 73. Okay, we gonna have to. I need to get your IG so I can talk to you. Yeah, but yeah, Homestead. I've been following her. I canned some dill pickles a couple of days ago. I'm gonna do some strawberries soon. So guys, I'm freezing because I have the fan blowing directly on me. But yeah, so Homestead Heart. Yes, I love her. I love that woman. You're prepping? All right. So we're going to have to, you know what? Maybe we might have to have a little splinter group on the homeschoolers. And by yourself, you really need to be with a community, or at least be able to reach out to other people so you don't feel so alone, things like that. So yes, I do. Hummingbird Homestead. Oh, okay. I'm on it. I'm gonna be stalking your channel or your profile. Homestead Heart did a video. She's yes, I saw she's giving giveaways this week. Yep, I saw it because she just announced, like, you know, her 115,000 subscribers, and she had not gotten her plaque yet. So I'm like, get this woman her plaque as hard as she's working. So yeah, I'm gonna go kind of binge watch her stuff tomorrow. And because now I'm watching like all her canning videos, so I can, like, now that I'm doing it, her information makes more sense. All right, so oh my goodness, I've been on here for an hour. This breaks a record, guys. 62 minutes. And I can go on forever, but I'm cold and I'm hungry and my lips are dry. So I'm gonna get out of here. I love y'all. I'll be live tomorrow. I don't know what time, but I can tell you this. After this week, things are gonna start settling down, depending on how soon they finish this bathroom. We're doing a lot of custom work. That's why they've been here for about a month. And I will not do that again. I'll just get some stock stuff and be done with it next time. But once the house settles down, I'm going to have a regular schedule that I'm going to post, and I'm going to make some I have changes coming. I just need to get past this remodel and all these little vacations and stuff that are going on, so me and the kids can just be okay, you know, just like we on the, you know, no more big distractions like that. So all right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Stop giving me comments because I'm gonna sit here and read while I'm hungry. Love her and Lead. Okay. All right, guys, so I'm gonna get out of here for real this time, but I will see you tomorrow. It'll probably be around this time, and I hope that's a good time for you East Coast people. And I guess that's it. I love you guys. This was fun. This was fun. All right, bye-bye. Are they on YouTube?